The partnership for 21st century science skill I have selected to focus on is creativity and innovation. The eighth grade skill outcome stated is students are able to describe how science and engineering involve a creative process that includes generating and testing ideas, making observations, and formulating explanations, and can apply these processes in their own investigations. With these skills in mind, students selected a portion of land that lies just beyond some solar panels on the school property to create a community garden. It all started with some baby chicks. I've always wanted chickens, and this past year my husband and I purchased 4 acres in Weatherford so we could start our own green acres. What I wanted were the cool kind of chickens, the kind in the movies that would come up to you and be like a pet. What's the best way to get a chicken used to being held? Try about 140 middle school students. By the time the end of the year came, they were literally eating out of our hands. The underlying theme is my passion for nature and the natural world. My fear was that with all the technology we have, students were much more engaged with angry birds than they were with real ones. So the idea of a community garden was born, a place where students could enjoy a peaceful retreat while learning about where our food really comes from and how difficult being a farmer could be, not to mention the role that science plays in helping those farmers to be able to provide food for an ever-growing nation. In a garden, students can make observations that they just can't make in a classroom. They will brainstorm ideas that wouldn't even occur to them while looking at a painted wall. Students can observe change over time, how the environment is affected by construction, and a connection with a part of nature that is missing from many of our classrooms in our country today. Students will make a real-life connection between technology and nature, like using a soil pH reader to help determine if the soil is compatible with the plants they want to include. Technology is also used to create data, like using the website Lino to help students express their ideas about the garden and ensure that every voice is heard. Students brainstormed ideas about how to raise funds for the community garden. These ideas included creating pavers for donations. The pavers could contain a personal message, creating a permanent remembrance and a way to be part of the creators of the garden. Students will have real-world experience by meeting with local businesses to ask for donations of time and resources to work on the community garden. Not only will this generate needed funds and create a sense of unity with businesses who literally share our property line, it will also encourage cross-curricular participation, not only from the core subjects such as writing in English and multiple connections from math, from financial computations to measurements for garden paths, but from elective classes as well. Students will include information learned from speech teachers about how they should present themselves while talking with business owners, as well as career portal teachers who can advise students on the diverse industry that supports our community. Ultimately, the project will create an opportunity for students to transcend the walls of the classroom and to see how they are physically connected to their community, not only by a World Wide Web that can bring them information on every location around them, but by individual faces from their own community that can help them to find their place in an ever-growing and changing world.